Hey YouTube, Lorenzo here. I want to thank you for joining me today on our channel. I'm bringing you a great recipe that's something you guys have probably tried many times before in the past, but we're going to put a little bit of twist on it. So join me and let's... Okay guys, so we are going to make a Cajun Chicken and Sausage Alfredo with Penne Pasta. So I saw this recipe the other day and I thought this is just something I gotta try. It sounded delicious, and people have made chicken 100 ways, but I don't think you've ever made it this way. So behind me, I've already got my pans going. I've got some water coming up to a boil right now, getting my pan hot so I can start cooking and browning my chicken and sausage. And we get that going right now. Okay, so I got my pots going here, and as soon as my water comes up to a boil, we'll get the penne going so that can get going. My oil is pretty much ready, so I'm going to get my sausage going. Now, you can use a lot of different types of sausage in making a dish like this. You could use like andouille sausage, or any kind of already prepared sausages that you like to use. I'm personally going to be using the kielbasa type sausage because my family really enjoys the flavor of kielbasas, and so do I. So we get this going for just a little bit. Get this to start browning just a touch, and then I'll add my chicken, and then we'll add the garlic last. Now you might be wondering, because, well, these sausages are already pre-cooked, why are we cooking it again? Well, this is to help release a lot of that sausage flavor out into the pan. And when we add the chicken and the other, the garlic and other seasonings and stuff, it's going to combine those flavors together and just add a whole nother level of flavor. And on top of that, instead of having this soft sausage in our food, browning it up, giving a little bit of a crisp to it, is going to add us a little bit of texture as well. Water's coming up to a boil here in just a moment, so I'm going to go ahead and get the salt going in that. Now, a good tip for the water when you're cooking pasta is that the water should taste like sea salt. So I use kosher salt and get a good amount of salt in there. And then once that comes up to a boil, we'll get our penne going and get that ready. So hopefully right about the time we do this right, everything will be ready right around the same time. I am looking forward to this very much. I hope you guys are too, because I am way excited. I'm going to turn up my Pandora in the background, so I like to listen to my music. Oh yeah. Alright, let's get going. Add our chicken. Now, if you're going to add chicken to a dish, or I believe pretty much any meat to a pasta dish, put them in bite size, guys. Don't make these giant strips of meat in your dishes, because I'll be honest with you, you're going to have to cut it apart and everything else like that. So dice up into a little more bite-sizable pieces. It'll make it a lot more enjoyable for you to eat. Now we're going to let that cook up a little bit and brown up for the chicken as well. And as that's going, we'll add the garlic here probably just in a few minutes. And our water is ready. Get that going, add a little drizzle of olive oil. Make sure you stir your pasta once you get it in, so that the starches, when they release, they don't just stick all together. Oh, that smells so good with the sausage. I haven't thought about using sausage like this, so I'm glad I came across this recipe the other day when trying to do some research. And I want to give a big shout out to a friend of mine, Aaron, who was my first Patreon. So thank you for supporting me and my channel, and maybe seeing what the future holds for me and cooking on YouTube. Hopefully lots. I'm really excited for it. Oh yeah. Some other things that I might add to this, if you wanted to give it more color, add a little more flavor. You could potentially add like bell peppers, like a red and green bell pepper to give it that spice of color, or even some cherry tomatoes might even do a really good job as well. Maybe a little tip that was given to me when you're cooking is you add everything in layers. Add your flavors in layers and you'll probably get yourself a much better dish. So now this is cooked and kind of married up. We're going to add our Cajun seasoning. This is about 2 tablespoons. And we're going to let that marry up a little bit. And then we'll add a little bit of salt and pepper towards the later part of that just to make sure, because we don't know how much salt is in the sausage. So we're going to wait and let all that marry up a little bit here. Now that we're getting really close to the end of the cooking, I'm going to add my fresh garlic. Oh, this smells so good. I'm getting excited. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead. I apologize, I'm reaching over this. I got the tripod in here. I'm a one-man show, guys. So support the cause so I can get me a film guy. All right. Now this is coming together. I'm going to add my parsley. Now, the recipe, you can use fresh parsley. I'm using dried at the moment because it's kind of what I have. And, well, I'll be honest with you, my wife didn't want to get any when she was at the store. So, we're using dry. Now, when using dry versus fresh, you want to use a little bit less. Oh, it smells so good. This is all coming together nicely. Now what we'll probably do here, if you can see in there, I'm going to move the camera, so bear with me guys, so you can get a better idea. There's not a lot of fat in there, you can see that. Apologize for the movement. And so I'm not going to drain out the extra fat because the next stage is we're going to build in our Alfredo sauce. And I want to do all this together and let this all marry together. So as soon as when my noodles are done, I can add this to the pot and we'll be ready to go. All right, so now we're going to make our Alfredo sauce. Now, 2 cups of heavy cream. And I'm going to use 2 cups of regular milk. Now, this is just make it just a touch lighter. You could use all heavy cream. You could use just all regular milk too, to be very honest with you. But I would just add a thickening agent to help. Now using heavy cream helps with that. And then I want to add in my Parmesan cheese. That's really Alfredo sauce. It's technically a bechamel sauce or a milk sauce with Parmesan. Now you could use, like I just used the powder Alfredo or powdered Parmesan cheese, or freshly grated. It's up to you guys. You don't need to go all fancy schmancy with it. This is for home. This is using ingredients that you have already. Everybody has a bottle of Parmesan cheese from when you make spaghetti. Everybody has milk. Everybody probably has some chicken. So use what you got, guys. We're going to get this to come up to a boil. You got to be careful with this because the same thing when you're doing any kind of sauce is that it can thicken on the bottom if you got it up too high, like I kind of did. Stir, stir, stir. Keep an eye on your sauces. My noodles are almost done. I just checked them out here a second ago. That's starting to boil pretty good. Let's give our noodles a good another spin. Oh yeah, those are getting really nice and good. Let's give those just a couple more minutes, and then we'll drain those out. Ah, smells so good in here, guys. Unbelievable. The cheese is starting to melt, if you can see on the spoon. Starting to get stringy, everything. This is exactly what we're looking for. Alright, so our noodles are done. I'm going to go ahead and straighten those off, and I'll be right back. Alright, move my pan over to the bigger burner. Got my noodles drained out. I'm going to go ahead and add them to our sauce. Get this all mixed together. Alright, so I'm bringing this down now so I can get this cream to thicken up and start incorporating into all the noodles. I can see the cream on the bottom. Now again, like everything I tend to do, this is the first time doing it. I saw this recipe off of, I believe, Tasty's, you know, things to do with chicken kind of thing. And I just thought this looked like it would be a really good dish to try this on. Alright, so we're going to let that thicken up for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, now that we've kind of got everything going here, I've noticed a couple of things. So, I think we need to fix the recipe, to be very honest with you. And again, this is the first time I've done it, so it's trial and error, guys. So, the recipe that I'll put up on there will be corrected, obviously. But you can see with what it calls for, and I even added a little bit more, it's not really thick saucy, but you can see it's really coated. So I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me try to bring it up a little closer to the camera. Flavor wise, it is awesome. I can taste all of that, and don't add salt. No salt, zero salt, guys. With the Parmesan, the Alfredo, the sausage, it gives plenty of salt to your dish. So a little bit of pepper, maybe. It is not very spicy, so depending on your Cajun mix, you might want to add a little bit more. So it's got just a small, mild Cajun flavor. Got the sausages in there. To me, what I would probably add into this, or should I say when I do this again, I'd add probably some tomatoes. And there you have it, guys. Our chicken and sausage Cajun style with penne pasta. I hope you guys enjoy it just as much as I have. Okay guys, and there you have it. Our Cajun style chicken and sausage penne pasta. I absolutely enjoyed making this dish for you guys today. Let's go ahead and give her a quick taste. And as you can see, I would add a bit more to give it a little bit more saucy consistency if you want it that way. But flavor wise, it is awesome. Oh, very good. I can't wait for you guys to try it. Please give me your feedback, give me your comments. Let me know what you think about the dish or any other ones that you've seen before. I'm just getting started, guys. Please get the message out. Help share my videos. Like, comment, subscribe. I've also got a Patreon page down below as well. If you want to help contribute, give a single donation, I would greatly appreciate it. And you could visit my Patreon page there as well. Again, I want to say thank you for joining me today. Let me know what you guys would like to see next, and I would be more than happy to help you guys at home make great, wonderful tasting dishes to amaze your friends and family as well. Thank you. This is Lorenzo. See you next time.